E aí guys, tudo tranquilo? E voltando aqui com mais um episódio desse joguinho maravilhoso. Terceiro capítulo, se não me engano. Esse joguinho muito bom, cara. Esse jogo na humilda, cara. Esse joguinho tá muito bom, cara. Tá muito... Puxar já aqui o terceiro capítulo. Depois ainda quero liberar o novo jogo mais pra liberar no verdadeiro Oeste. Vai tá top. Verdadeiro Oeste vai tá top. Essas histórias acontecem lá pelo lado dos Estados Unidos. Não sei se vocês parar ali, Novo México, pá. É bem pra quem gosta mesmo. Tanto da saga de faroeste quanto do jogo também, que tem uma jogabilidade top demais, ó.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor bastards.
Cara, esse jogo é bem na transição pro PSP. Cara, adorei esse jogo. Vou parar, cara.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground, whatever else they had.
Pode aparecer, velho.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men.
Coward!
I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there would be. Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
Isso que dá querer pegar segredo rapidão. Segredo em fantasma. Boa pergunta, cara. Ó. Passou. Já peguei o segredo? Vambora. Roda, mano. Muito nego.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
É, não tava aqui, não. Vambora. O quê? Você morreu de queda, cara. Putz, velho, pelo amor de Deus, mano. Se eu começar a morrer de queda, eu tô na merda, velho. Aí, ó. Pelo amor de Deus. 8 balas, cara. 50 balas.
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. That masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Que arma que eu liberei. Tô aqui, vou até te dar uma dosada. Eu odeio 12. Faroeste não funciona. Bora então, vamos ver. Bota a cara. Engoliu, né? Legal. Vamos escolher uma das aqui. Fúria gelada. Aqui tem umas legal. Sangue frio, aumenta a barra de retração, dano extra durante os combos, dinamite, prontidão para pegar o fim. Essa aqui aumenta a cadência de tiro e velocidade de mira. Eu vou querer esse aqui mais pra frente. Olho de águia que aumenta quando dou um azul. Isso aqui é legal. Vou querer seguir esse aqui, ó. Que eu vou recarregar o rifle enquanto eu corro. Ah não, não é enquanto corre não. É diminuir 50% de velocidade, isso aí.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Odeio 12, cara. Que parte é essa? Não. Velho Clayton. Essa parte é chatinha.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
É, bem melhor ser
Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Recarrega muito rápido.
Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Lá na puta, ó. Ó, 11 balas. Agora já não tem mais alcance. Aí apareceu a vida, já dá pra... Vou pegar a mira aqui pra ter... Queria só uma.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Aqui é assim, ó. Tá ali. E assim. Vai de ralo. Ué? Aha.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
OK Corral. 38 mil. 2 de 3, deu pra pegar todos. 2 episódios por vídeo, hein? Tiroteio na serraria. Ah, essa aí tá, na serraria.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill.
Meio complicado,
They were
né?
loaded for bear.
Falar com o cara. Vai dar uma olhada nesse gráfico, cara. Muito bom, cara. Para uma transição de PS2 para PS3, pelo amor de Deus.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Vou dizer o motivo.
But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys.
Cara, o jogo é... Todo jogo é cheio de...
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
É muito ruim essa arma, cara. Dá pra dar quick com isso aqui também. Quick scope, né? Mas é meio... bem complicado.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Ô louco? Ô loucadão. Ah não, para aí. Eu acertei tiro. Acertei, velho. foi, velho? Bora. Vai. E você? Tinha outra aqui não? Que é a minha outra arma que eu liberei. Nada da minha arma. Ó, save automático. Aqui vai poder derrubar, que eu tô ligado. Tá bem na cara também.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Tem bala já.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
Tem bala, amigão.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Sai. Eu queria bala. Pegou tudo na
Earp
grade,
wasn't
né?
much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back.
Curly deu.
That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Não quero espingarda.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as
Tá
big as a
cheio de
man.
centro aqui de boa. Tá de sacanagem. Ó, aqui tem como fazer isso aqui também, ó. Caramba, tá mais aqui. Cadê o pistola que eu liberei, cara? Sei que eu peguei naquele caixote, mas ele veio espingarda de cano cerrado, não quero não. Bora dar um cagão, eu vou. Mentira, isso dá bala. Oi, tudo bem? Caraca,
Excuse me, sir. I
não
have
tem
a
nenhuma
question.
resposta não.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
É uma boa resposta.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Bando.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Opa. Acabei com um cara disso mesmo. Minha pistola. Será que me deu de novo? Se ele tiver limões, faça a caipirinha, vai.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Mas já? Caraca, é bom fazer caipirinha mesmo. É louco? Agora que eu vi. Não é tão truncado assim. Não chega lá. Como é que chega? Pô. Tá louco, bicho. Você me atirou.
Time to fill you full of lead.
There he is. You gonna need a cannon.
Mano, cadê, cara?
Boy, you are shit out of luck.
A voz do cara tá do meu lado. Cadê esse cara? Cadê esse cara?
Come on, poke that son big. Don't let that asshole.
A voz do cara tava aqui, mano.
Keep shooting. I don't mind.
Ah, pô. Vai bater, cara.
Oh, now what? Too good for him.
Falta um. Passando vergonha aqui.
Now you're in trouble.
Demora demais pra recarregar, cara.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill.
Vê se eu acerto um quick aqui.
Quite an impressive operation.
Ah, é aqui, ó. Eu errei. Agora não machuca mais. Eu quero a minha pistola, cara. Nada feito, né? Cara, eu liberei uma arma e não posso pegar ela ainda. A chuva, cara, bem modelada. Isso já foi muito bem feito, né?
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Não é a arma. Ó, o segredo. Apertar o aqui. Mirar. Segure o fôlego, mais preciso ainda. Cara. Aumenta a capacidade de munição de rifle. Aumenta rápido de rifle. Vou por aqui. Olha essa cascata. É bonito.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Agora vamos pro pau. Toma uma dose de machum, beleza. Curly Bill. Já que você toma
Are you
bala.
saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open. Time to dance with the devil!
Corre que eu tenho menos vida. Uai. Caceta. Olha o banho. Olha os banhos. Recupera o fôlego logo.
Come on out, son! Kill that murderous cocksucker!
E veio de bala, mas...
Hiding like a scared little puppy! Shit! Make him pay for that!
Adiantou.
We're going to the gates of hell!
Estratégiazinha ruim, né?
Take him down! Come out, wherever you are! Kill that murderous cocksucker!
Olha o cara, mano. Tomou.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
Tomou
I
no
knew
lixo.
you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Creek Canyon. Achou, rapaz. Próximo. Próximo do comando na call. É ele que deve fazer esses letreiros. Não é possível, cara. Mais um duelo.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Doc Holliday? Que isso, rapaz? Tem que se preocupar em manter o trem aqui e não apertar antes. Errei 2 tiros. Errei 2 tiros. Quis fazer bonito.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Esse não é o duelo mais fácil de perder. Tomou.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Nem sempre a lenda verdadeira.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
98%, 1 de 4. Pepita, na verdade, 1 de 4. 1 de 4, olha que maravilha. Isso aí, galera. Muito obrigado por ter assistido até aqui. Se você gostou, deixe seu gostei, compartilhe o vídeo. Muito obrigado a todos, um forte abraço e falou!